We're talking now about the Garff Automotive Group. They are always there to help us.
Joining us now in the sponsored segment is General Sales Manager Luis Moreno from Land Rover Jaguar Downtown to share their latest outreach service. Welcome.
Thank you, Saray.
We're Here For You program that was supposed to last maybe a month or two, now going on 3 years. What is the service project?
Yeah, well, this started in May of 2020, and during those early days of the pandemic, at Garff, we were just grateful to be in business. And so how can we give back to the community that has continued to support us? And that's when the idea was born. It was 42 days of service, and all of our dealerships in Utah participate in 2 service projects. And we call it We're Here For You. And so, fast forward, it's been 3 years and hundreds of service projects later, and we're still here for you.
Let's talk about one in particular. It happened with the Latinos in Action students from Kearns High School.
Yes, it was such a pleasure to host them, and Latinos in Action is such an amazing program. They are spread out over 14 states and in 300 schools, and probably what's most impressive about them is they have a graduation rate of 98% of those students that enrolled in that course. And so we had the opportunity to host them and give them a tour of the dealership and the inner workings of what it's like to work in the car industry.
And what's amazing too, you have this story of coming full circle of someone who now works for you, who went through the program. Talk a little bit about that.
That's right. His name is Edgar, and he is one of our brightest salespeople. He was enrolled his senior year at Latinos in Action, Kearns High, and he's graduated and now has been working for us for some time. His wife had a baby over the holidays, and he supports a family of 4.
What do you think impressed those kids the very most? I mean, you work with some pretty cool cars.
There are some pretty cool cars, yeah. I mean, everything from 50,000 to 500,000, right? And so opening the car door, the driver's side, and asking him, hey, take a seat, sit inside and take a selfie. And you know what? At some point in the future, you're going to be making professional money. And when you do, come see us.
What is it like when 3 years later and you're also able to tap into the diversity and maybe do something that is near and dear to your heart?
Yeah, it means the world. And we have this phrase of how we do business at Garff, and it's we hear you. And we've really experienced a culture change over these 3 years. And to the point where our own employees are now asking us, when is the next project and how can I get involved? And so We Hear You has really evolved into We're Here For You.
Isn't it crazy how that changes and something that you're like, okay, let's start this program becomes part of the culture? Would you say the culture's stronger there 3 years later?
Absolutely. Everyone is looking to get involved in the community and ways to give back. And that just creates for a better culture and people that are listening to our clients and our employees.
Can you imagine this stopping or ending We're Here For You, or do you see this continuing?
No, I don't think it's stopping anytime soon. It's such a part of our DNA that it's such a pleasure to serve our communities, and it's a highlight of every quarter that we do this.
What would you say to other companies who might be looking to try something like this model?
I would say jump 2 feet in. And you never know. Don't worry about who's going to be involved, what the participation level is. You jump 2 feet in, and you'll be surprised with who jumps in with you.
How exciting is it to see the motivation and knowing, well, what are you going to do? How are you going to help? I mean, is that now the culture and something beyond selling cars?
Yeah, absolutely. We are a car company, but it's so much more than that. It's a part of being invested in our community because those are the people that support us in our business.
KenGarff.com, everybody, /Here For You. That is the website for more information. It's at the bottom of your screen and also on ours with a link, abc4.com/GTU. Did all the kids get a new Jaguar?
Soon to be.
Soon to be.
Wait, Luis, mine is waiting outside.
That's right.
Right?
The matte black one.
Matte black one.
There you go. Thanks to Garff for this sponsored interview. Up